Hey guys, I'm Shark from Team Burst again, and today I'm gonna start a new series called Vanguard Premium Deck Intro, where in this series I will be introducing you guys to deck that is top in premium a lot, mostly tier 1 deck. So yeah, I'm gonna get you guys come into premium, because premium right now is a good format, and a lot of people is coming into premium, even though there's more rise in Gisei, but Gisei Bushiroad, you need to ban it. After Gisei is banned, it's the best format ever. So let's get started, shall we? So this first episode will be started with Luard. So let's get started, shall we? So for grade 3, to start off, we have the main grade 3 of the deck, Dragfall Luard. This card is one of the key reasons the deck is able to compete in the premium meta game. His first skill, Ritual Cross, allow you to return a normal unit from the drop zone to the bottom of the deck as the cost for Stride or Ultimate Stride. The cost is counterblast 4, but reduced for each grade 1 in the drop zone, allowing you to strike key unit like Ultima, Drag Abyss, while also retiring certain unit to the deck. For example, Doctor or Slaptail Dragon. His second skill is when stride upon you counterblast 1 and superior call grade 1 from the deck or lower. This skill allow you to toolbox and any of your grade 1 and get out important units such as Slaptail, or you draw a card like Javelin or Blackwing Swordbreaker or E110 or the other grade 1, I forgot its name. After calling the unit, if it has the ritual keyword, you can retire an opponent rearguard in the same column. A very strong boss, allowing you a +1 to you and -1 to your opponent, while taking a non-trigger unit out of your deck. Dragheart Luard is your backup grade 3. His free strike can also activate on Ritual 3. His on strike is again counterblast 1 to retire your rearguard. One of your rearguard, and then call 2 grade 1 or less. I personally find this card very good for the Gisei matchup. Retiring is not great effective, and I will normally hard strike. It also allow me to deck thin more, giving me a higher chance of checking the all important critical trigger. So let's go to the grade 2. So for the supporting grade 2, we have Slaptail Dragon, Drag Fencer Doctor, which I have a lot of problem with, and the new one coming, Blaster Dark. So let's get into each of them. Let me start off with Slaptail Dragon. So you guys probably saw this unit before. He is a really good card and probably around 3 or 4 off in a Luard deck in premium. So his skill is when a grade 1 is placed on rearguard, this unit and that unit gain 3000 power. When I first saw it, I don't know, I thought that it's just itself, and I thought, okay, stacking power in itself, not bad I guess. And then I heard again, oh, just stack to rearguard, okay. But then now I heard again, 3000 power to bolt it and your vanguard and the rear guard. Wow, this card is really good. And also, its second skill is GB1. As long as you have a grade 4 Luard, it grade -1. You need to remember that's only during your turn, because you can only be in grade 4 during your turn. He's a pretty decent card. I would say around 3 or 4 off, like what I said at first. So that's another option. Now for our next grade 2 is Drag Fencer Doctor. This card, so good. Every time I fight against a Luard player, I need to throw down my head around just to block this guy. So his skill is counterblast 1, choose one of your grade 1 or less rearguard and retire it. When this unit attack a vanguard, if you have a vanguard with Luard in a card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 2 grade 1 card, call them to separate rearguard circle, and shuffle your deck. He is a really good guard. You just say, oh, just swing 9k. That's pretty weak. In drag strider turn, especially the second one, you usually get around 20k to the front row. So Doctor alone will be swinging 29. Call 2 grade 1. 2 grade 1. Let's say the lowest power around 7k each. 14 plus 20k. 34k. So big. That's why Doctor is so good, and every time I need to throw a hit around, so he cannot use his skill. So when he attack with another rear guard first, then attack with Doctor. So when the other rear guard attack, I G guard with hit around. And yeah, he is a stable 4 off. I would not say lower than that because he is just so good. It's not worth to play Phantom or other thing because Doctor with Luard is just so good. It didn't even come top. Luard didn't even come top in G format just because of Link Joker, because Link Joker just basically shut down all of their strategy. And now let's look at the upcoming Blaster Dark. So his skill is when placed on VOR, you can counter blast one, and your opponent choose one of his or her rear guard and retire. It's a pretty good skill combo with second skill. It also helps sometime in the late game. He become much less of a threat in the late game, but in the early game, he is really good. His second skill is Act. Discard a card from your hand if your opponent no rear guard. This unit get +1 drive. So become a twin drive. You might think, oh, okay, twin drive, that's pretty good. You might also need to think that you can also discard a grade 1 with skill. So I'm like, oh shoot. So that's why Luard is just so good. The support that it got is really good. Doctor is really good. Blaster Dark is really good. So yeah. So I'm telling you. So next I'm gonna tell you guys about the grade 1 tech that most Luard player put in their deck, because grade 1 is pretty important to Luard. So let's get there. So, grade 1, we have the first card is Drag Keeper Ezra's, the perfect card of the deck. This card is amazing at Ritual 3. You move one copy of the card to the bottom of the deck, then retire one of your rear card, then return Ezra's to your hand and put one to bottom. This skill will allow Luard to play a long grind deck, stop deck like Anj, the Mirror Match, and etc. Ezra's also has the ritual keyword, meaning when calling from Dragfall or Abyss, you will be able to retire one of your opponent's rear guard. Also, as a grade 1, it can be very easy to assess Vice calling, superior calling, retiring it and then returning it to your hand. Skull Witch the main is the new grade 1 option for the deck. She allows you for a very strong rush game, being able to call another 3 of her. I'll also allow you accelerate of a lot of option, like using Ogma to retire her, to get a lot of to make your opponent discard a lot if your opponent have low rear guard, which pretty good. Blaster Javelin, one of the new 2 grade 1 in the trial deck, gave us the card is very and the card is very good at most stage. While it doesn't have ritual, it does have a skill of counterblast 1 when placed if you have 2 or more grade 1 or less. On the field, Javelin gain 3,000 power and you draw a card. Provide you already have the starter. So it's an easy +1 in early game and allow you to keep up the draw going into your strike turn. Black Sage Karen, another recent addition from the V series. Her skill is when placed by a card effect, of course, something the deck shine at. You can Soul Blast 1 and counter charge, and she gained 3,000 power. With Gise so important in the current metagame, and Javelin taking counterblast resource management is critical, is crucial. It's completely fine to play this as a one-off, because as mentioned earlier, your deck is a toolbox of grade 1. Abyssal Hour is also another very good option, because he allows you to countercharge 1 when he is retired, and he also have a skill that help you search for Luard, but normally you don't really use that skill as much. I feel like the deck should play at least one copy of each of the following card that I just mentioned. Um, and Abyssal Hour is a card with the ritual ability, giving you retire from Dragfall and Abyss. This unit also does not cost a Soul Blast, which will come into play sometime. Um, Next card is Drag Wizard Fananich. It's another amazing grade 1. The deck has by resting one of your rear guard with Ritual, discarding her, and you can draw a card. This is another layer of consistency for the deck to use, and you can rest unit you plan to retire for skill like Abyss and etc. Her second skill is Generation Break 2 skill at Ritual 5. When this condition is met, she gains 7,000 power, she gains Resist, and in your turn, only in your turn by the way, a very good unit for multiple reasons. Nightmare Painter is another great card for the deck, becoming a unit base of 10k base and allowing you to take a grade 1 or less when it drops into the soul. Again, easy to call via Luard, and other card that can call grade 1. This is just too many cards that help you call grade 1, so yeah. Next is Drag Lancer Delane. Is another very important card for the deck. Another way of drawing a card from the deck. When called from deck, provide you a ritual count is at least 1 by Soul Blasting. 1. You draw a card. One of the reasons you must keep your soul in good management. The last card for the deck, which is Light Elemental Honoli, adding a new layer to your ability to fight in OK. You can easily build a big hand of Perfect Guard and G Guard. And with this unit intact on the field, you playing damage control carefully, you can very easily win the match. Of course, another grade 1, you're able to return to the deck and will take it out for the certain matchup. And if not, I will be a bit. It will be a bit useless. But given an OK position in the current metagame, it's an absolutely necessary card. But yeah, so that's all the grade 1. The longest grade so far. Because it's Luard, so yeah. So let's go to the next grade 0, shall we? So for grade 0, the first card I will talk about is a starter. The starter that I think should be run is Drag Wizard Viceroy. This starter from set 14, foreigner skill allowing early plus with Javelin, along with a booster. At Ritual 3, when retire, you can move into the soul and countercharge 1. This skill is crucial for the deck in current format, allowing more resource management with another soul and counterblast for Gisei matchup. You can also run the starter with the full ball, the new full ball, which one place you draw a card. But yeah, I would recommend Drag Wizard Versatile more because, like I just said, not just now. Next we have Bilao Owl. Bilao Owl is an incredible card. When retired from the effect of Luard, you draw a card, removing half the cost of Abyss and Drag Heart skill. And during the end phase, provide you with a GB1 Ritual 3. You may put it to the bottom deck, allowing trigger to be sent back to the deck while taking grade 1 and 2 out of the deck will increase the odds of your trigger. Critical trigger are also very important for the Gisei matchup because the general idea will be rush to 4th stride Diablo. You will then want to play a good amount of new critical trigger for the same reasoning on the rush and of course bigger value on shield, which will help you guard against the deck such as Ancient Spike. Heal trigger next. Heal trigger, you have two options. You can either run a heal trigger that countercharge when G guard you buy another two heal, then you get the can charge or soul charge, or you could run the other heal for the 10k value. And yeah, next is the stand. Stand are one of the most important part of the deck. Your game plan is quite simple. In later turn, win with Ultima or Dracobis Ultima, allowing you to stand your field on the attack and increasing everything by 5,000 with Dracobis. You will be aiming to have it gain plus 20,000 and stand allowing multi-attack. Will incredible are incredible. The two stand the deck play are Curse Eye Raven or you can run the Mage of the Rough Eye Asura, and Raven having the axe skill of shoveling into the deck, check top 2, call it to the rear guard at rest, and returning the other to the bottom deck, allowing you to proc Snap to a dragon as well. Asura is the stand that can retire as 2 unit and then return itself to deck, allowing you to also use Hour of Doom. So that's pretty much it for grade 0. The trigger lineup is already pretty solid, so there's not that much going on strategy to think about. You could run draw trigger, but that's what I recommend from what I'm seeing in a lot of deck profile. So let's go to the grade 4, the most important part of the premium deck. So let's get started. So for grade 4 we have Dracobis Luard, the main win condition of the deck. Another of the key reasons the deck can still play. The first skill, Personal Flip Soul Blast 1, retire one of your rear guard and call up to 2 grade 1 from your deck. If both have Ritual, you can again retire an opponent rear guard, adding another nice control aspect to your deck. Abyss Allow with Dragfall on Stride allow you to call 3 units and make easy field. The real threat of this card is its Generation Rate 3, a strong skill that allows the deck to make huge multi-attack, an easy number even with new trigger, and higher defensive value. An all-around amazing card. The other main win condition is Seraph Dragon of Seek Peak Ultima. A card like all the other Dragfall can go into but simply return a normal unit to the deck. When Ultima is placed, you can counterblast 2 and call up the 2 unit, then stack your deck, and then your trigger affect your whole field. This is a strong finisher you will use if a double Abyss turn doesn't kill the opponent. Stacking a new critical trigger along with a stand trigger will stand the whole field. Give it a critical plus 15. Next card up is Phantom Blaster Diablo. This card can grant an auto win if timed right in the Gisei matchup. Simply put, once you have 1 damage face up, which is easy to manage with the amount of resource management built in. After using this skill, the opponent can guard the attack once they ultimate strike Gisei, because they cannot retire their rear guard and they destroy their G-zone. Drag Anger Ogma is also an interesting choice, will be a lot more worth if you run and resolve new main. At Ritual 5, by paying the cost of Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, you can retire any number of your grade 1 rear guard, and your opponent must retire the same amount of rear guard or from hand with the same amount. That number, if not, they discard many in the card. If 3 or more were put into the effect, you draw a card. And the next card, Asura Geyser Doom, pair with his first counterpart. His skill is he once per turn act counterblast 1 and flip the counterpart. Retire 3 of your rear guard and review the top 2 cards of your deck. And for each grade 1 or less unit, retire an opponent rear guard and add both cards to your hand. It's noteworthy that when reviewed, Slap 2 will be a grade 1. value it continue its skill. This is very good, and Belial Owl and Asura this cost become easy. When it come to others, right, you have lot of option. Spectral Blaster Diablo Carnivore Dragon. And for G-Guard, Plot Maker Dragon, the simplest G-Guard at Ritual 3 gain 10,000 shield. We also have Dark Value Dragon, it's a really large shield. By Soul Blasting 1, he gained 5,000 shield for each grade 1. For each 2 grade 1 in the drop zone. This card value increased no longer the game on a very good shield. And we also have Witch Queen of Equality Giulio. One of the Fighter Collection G card at Generation Break 1, you can flip another G card, call up to 2 grade 1 rear guard to the Guardian Circle. If 2 or more were called, you draw an extra card. This can also guard for huge shield by putting the new unit like Blaster Javelin and Nightmare Painter in. So that's it for the introduction to Luard. I hope you guys enjoy my introduction video. If you guys like it, please like and subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this. If you want more introduction video, you can comment down below. I'm only gonna do introduction to deck that's very good. I'm not gonna do one for Gisei because I don't really want to influence people to play Gisei. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye!